Welcome to day 14. Can't believe it's been 2 weeks already. Wow, if you've been watching these, you've seen me go through so many different waves. It's actually been really enjoying this daily share because I never know what's going to come up each day. And it's so fun to just stay open and see what arises. This morning I've been really focused and creating, and then all of a sudden a friend sent me a message which sent me into like bawling, like tears, like crying. And it's funny because it's like, it's so funny how like when people see you cry or when you cry, it's like the automatic response of like, what's wrong? There's something wrong. I need to help, or like I need to fix, or I need to change. You know, even my share yesterday, I was like crying like crazy, and so many people were reaching out like, are you okay? Do you need help? Like, I'll give you a free session. It's like, I'm totally fine. I know it, like I seem like a hot mess, but like I'm actually really good. Like I always have been okay. It's like nothing's wrong. But like, thank you for caring so much and reaching out. Like, that's so sweet of you. But it's like also like, let's look at this. Like, let's look at like, what is it that like when somebody cries or like seemingly has a breakdown, that we don't trust in the divine perfection of that? That it's like that we think that there's something that we need to fix instead of just watching and witnessing and just giving space and just holding and loving that. And so like I'm doing that for myself too, and I'm deepening in that. And so today when the tears came, instead of like spiraling down, I just like let it erupt like a volcano. And it was coming from such a deep place of love, like of really seeing the beauty in people. You know, my friend was sharing how she was helping somebody through a really tough time when he was sick, and like and like she was like, I didn't even like do anything. Like I was just like there for him. Like it just came so naturally to me. And he like was so touched by how much she was caring for him, and like he like gave this amazing gift to her. And like she felt like why did he do that? And it's just like I was just like crying at the whole story because I was like, oh, the beauty that like how much love and like appreciation he had for her health and wanting to give back, and then like the deep tears that came from like her sharing that like she doesn't even know what she did, because it's like that's it, like we're all helping and giving, and like just by being us, just by being like us in our natural state is all that we ever need, you know. And I was like, that's like one of her innate gifts. It's like just her presence, just by her being there, like she's just like this loving, grounding presence, you know, especially for crazy people like me who are have all of these emotions rushing through. It's so beautiful to have this like rock, you know, this unconditional love and just caring ears, and like, you know, that can just hold me and not try to change me or fix me. Like, it's such a gift that she has. Like, not everyone can do that. Like some people, like even like one of my last long-term relationships, like every time I started to cry, like he thought something was wrong with him, and he like took it personally. Like, and it, you know, it probably triggered like, I don't know, like maybe it triggered something within him of like a fear of his own emotions or his own sensitivity that he didn't want to see. And because he didn't know how to hold himself, he didn't know how to hold me. And because I was judging myself, I didn't know how to hold me either. It's so beautiful. Like people are so beautiful. I'm like so falling in love with like all of these unique expressions. You know, and I was just like I started crying just at the beauty and how much she has helped me in my life, you know. And she was just like, I'm crying too because I see your beauty and like how much you help people, and like, you know, how much you've been a catalyst. And it's just like, you know, and it's just seeing like, oh my God, we can see other people's gifts so easily, but why can't we see our own gifts, like what we do so naturally? Like we each have our own unique gift and essence, and it's like it's almost like we take it for granted, or we just don't even know because it's just something that we do. It's like, what do you do so naturally, like when you're around people, that it just changes people, it supports people, it whatever it does. And so it's been really fun to like start to get clear, and I'm like creating this kind of like, I don't know if I want to call it like a blueprint course, but like to support people to see like, what is it that you do so naturally, you know? And maybe you could start with like, maybe making a list of like all the people in your life that you've helped, whether it be like in, not in helped, but just like any kind of relationship, like your friendships, your past relationships, like intimate relationships, coworkers, like people you just meet, like, and you start to really look in, like, what impact did you make on their life? Like, what changes happened since they met you, you know? And I started to look, I did this with my life, and I was like, you know, looking in of like, a lot of my long-term relationships and past boyfriends, it's like, okay, when I first met them, you know, maybe they had a job, or a lot of them were like jobless and like they didn't really know what they were doing with their life, or like they didn't know what they were passionate about. And it's like, just by coming in relationship with me, it's like, without even me thinking or trying to do it, I was a catalyst. And because I believed in them, because I was able to see them and see their essence and see their gifts and see like all of that, to be a cheerleader, you know, to be like, you got this, you totally got this, like, and giving them that confidence and giving them that like feeling. So it's like, wow, I could see in the beginning of the relationship, they were like maybe not confident or not doing what they truly loved. And by the end, like, you know, and when we ended up separating, it's like they're creating a business, they're doing this, they've got a new house, they've got a new relationship with their life, and like they're out killing it, you know? And I was like even seeing it with my friends, like, you know, one friend had a lot of health issues, and it was just like, without even trying, like just by being around, like she was catalyzed to like take control of her health and start finding solutions and like start doing things. And like, you know, she saw me going on fastings and like different kinds of things and exercising and working out and taking care of my body, and I like inspired her to do that, you see. And so like that's my unique gift, is I'm a catalyst, I'm a cheerleader, I like inspire people to like go big, you know. It's just part of who I am and what I love doing. It's what, it just happens by being around me, like lives, you know, the people that I'm around, like their lives change, and it's not because I'm trying to change it, it's just by me being me. So if you can start to look in and like see your relationships, you know, how did you affect their life? What changes have you seen in the relationships around you from start to finish? Like, how did they shift? And what did you do to do that? How did you create that? You know, and you can start to see like, wow, there's actually like a little recipe or a little formula that made me help catalyze people like into their like highest timeline and highest growth, like to catalyze their confidence. So it's like, oh, this is like, yeah, I'm really passionate about this, like, because I feel like we all, every single one of us, like, has a huge gift to bring out. And the more awareness we can bring on what that gift is, it can also up our confidence. Like by now, me realizing, like, I didn't even realize it until like a month ago that, oh, wow, I am a catalyst. Like, and to start to see that and start to own that, like, wow, even like a girl at the pole dancing studio, like, just by one conversation, like all of a sudden she's starting to share and she's going out there and, you know, she's doing this and that and that and that. Like, it's just like, it just comes so easily. So then it's like, we can start to own that. And then it's like, this is something I want to do until the day I die. So why not make this into like my life's kind of mission and purpose? Because it brings me alive. It brings other people alive. It makes an impact. It creates a difference, a change. And so you have this too. So start to get really curious, or maybe talk to your friends and ask, like, what kind of impact do I leave? Or how do you see me? Or you can start to ask these questions, like get kind of like little testimonials from like your clients or the people around you. And once we start to really see our own gifts, we can like accentuate that and bring that out and really start to own that. And it's so beautiful. Like imagine, like, and that's the vision I have, is like, imagine if everyone in the world were to know their unique gift and step into that and create from that space and live from that space. you know, and shift out of being like so hard on yourself and like feeling like you're worthless or what's the point of life, and you start to really step into like, wow, I'm here to like, you know, even like help people have fun. Like my brother, like I feel like one of his huge gifts is like he just brings such a light and smile on people's faces, you know, and he teaches dance and Pilates. So it's like the more he can own that and step into that, like he can bring that into every class that he teaches and like have that be the intention, the goal, and the energy that he embodies, that he brings in. So yeah, let me know if this helps at all and like what you start to find. You know, you can hear this and understand it conceptually, but can you actually sit down and like really meditate on this or feel into this or do the work and write it out? What is it that is your gift? And share it below. Like I want to hear what you guys have, or if you have any questions about this, because I'm pretty excited to help support people. Okay, I got a session now, so I'm signing off. Love you guys.